Chirag and welcome to part 5 video of tutorial series on AWS CloudFormation. In this video, I'm going to cover CommaDelimitedList, which is one of the data types that we can use as a part of the parameters in CloudFormation template. So parameters in CloudFormation template enable us to input custom values each time we create or update the stack. Parameter supports different data types like string, number, list of numbers, AWS specific parameter types, SSM parameter types, and comma delimited list. And in this video, I am going to cover comma delimited list data type. So with the comma delimited list data type, you can take custom input in the form of comma separated values from the user. And those comma separated values are nothing but an array of literal strings that are separated by commas. Now hypothetically, for example, let's say I have a CloudFormation template, and in that template I have defined a parameter of type comma delimited list which accepts multiple environment name separated by comma as a custom input. Now let's say as a part of that CloudFormation template, if you enter the list of environment name that looks something like this, that is test, dev, prod, then this particular string will get transformed into an array of literal string that will look something like this. That is test, dev, prod. So basically, while you are using comma delimited list as a data type of any parameter, and if you provide the input that looks something like this, then that particular data type will transform this particular input to the list of strings, or we can also call it a JSON array. So this is basically what comma delimited list data type will do to the given input. So coming back to our CloudFormation template, now let's have a look at another example. Let's say you want to create a VPC, two public subnets and two private subnets in two different availability zone. And then you want to attach those subnets to VPC using the CloudFormation template. So ideally you might go ahead and write the CloudFormation template similar to what you see on my screen. This template expects input from user for VPC CIDR, two public and private subnet CIDR. And to achieve that, I have defined 5 parameters to get custom input from the user for VPC, two public subnets and two private subnet CIDR block. And the input type of each parameter is defined as string. That is basically the data type. And then under resources section, I have defined the discussed resources that are VPC, two public subnet and two private subnet that we want to create. And within each resource block, we have a CIDR block property, which is referring to its respective parameters that I have defined under parameters section. And now if I were to use this template and create the stack, then it will create the resources successfully. Right, so this is the CloudFormation template that we can ideally use to create the said resources. Now, if we look at the public subnet related parameters, then we have defined two parameters to take the input for subnet 1 CIDR and subnet 2 CIDR respectively. And same goes for private subnet. Now here, instead of two parameters, that is public subnet 1 CIDR and public subnet 2 CIDR, we can define a single parameter and accept comma separated values from the user, which would look like public subnet 1 comma public subnet 2 using comma delimited list data type. So as a part of this, the user will have to enter two CIDR blocks separated by comma for a single parameter instead of two separate parameters that we have defined over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment these two parameters, and I'm going to uncomment this one parameter, which is public subnet CIDR. Within description, we are saying that please enter the IP range for the public subnet in the first and second availability zone. The type we have changed to comma delimited list from the type string. In the default value, I have defined two subnet CIDR block separated by comma in the form of string. And as we know that with comma delimited list data type, this comma separated string will get transformed to a list of literal strings. And then we have defined the pattern just to validate the input. And same will be applicable to the private subnet. So we are going to comment this, and then I'm going to uncomment this. Now once we are done with this change, we also need to update the references under respective resources. Now here, when the user enters comma separated values, the input will get transformed into a list of literal strings. So as a part of the resources, we need to pick the value by index from the respective list for public and private subnet 1 and subnet 2 respectively. So to achieve that, we will use select function to pick the value by index. So I have already defined that over here. So let me comment line 62 and uncomment line 63. So here what we are doing is, here we are using the select function to select the value at index 0 from this particular parameter, which is nothing but the list of literal strings. So this is our first public subnet, and then same goes for public subnet 2. So here we will be selecting the value at the second index, that is at index 1, and same I will update for private subnet as well. So now as a next step, we will navigate to the AWS Management Console, and within AWS CloudFormation service, we are going to click on Create a Stack. I'm going to upload the template file, choose a file, and I'm going to click on Next. I will provide the stack name. I will say VPC subnet, something like this. And then as a part of the parameters, I have three parameters, that is for VPC CIDR. So I have some default value. You can change it if you want as per your requirement. Then we have public subnet CIDR, and under public subnet CIDR, I have two subnet CIDR block separated by comma. So when we use select function and pick value at 0 index, then we will get 172.192.10.0/24, and at index 1 we will get the subsequent value. And same goes for private subnet CIDR. So this is my first subnet CIDR, and this is my subnet 2 CIDR. Now here one thing you need to note is that the total number of strings that you enter as a part of the CommaDelimitedList data type should be one more than the total number of commas, right? So here we have one comma, and the total values that we have entered is 2. So this is how my input looks like. You can change as per your requirement, and then you need to click on Next, Next, and Submit. Now let's wait for the stack to create. As you can see on my screen, the stack creation is completed, and it has also created the said resources successfully. So this is how you can use CommaDelimitedList data type to take comma separated values as the input from the user. And with that, we were also able to reduce the number of parameters that we have to define in the CloudFormation template. Also, in the upcoming video under TextTrack tutorial series, I will be leveraging CommaDelimitedList data type, so stay tuned for that. So guys, I hope you learned something new, and that's all for this video. Until that time, if you want me to do tutorial on any use case or service, then please leave them below, and I will try my best to come up with a tutorial as soon as possible. And if you have any queries or comments, then please leave them below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.